Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to. I really should stop cough before the stream. Hey, how are we going? So we want to have a look at doing some more weekly challenges. So on Tuesday, we picked up the challenge 205 as a start file. Let's go on file, save as, because I want to have it saved as up one. Here we go. 205 solution. There we go. And we downloaded this one. I didn't want to look at it at the time just because I wasn't quite sure how long it was going to take to run. And I didn't want to run out of time, so we're going to have a look at it today. All right. Oh, and we have the gorgeous Windows lagging fails. Lovely. Right. Let's see if it'll properly crash for me. That's always annoying. Go away. Here we go, close. It always happens live on stream, doesn't it? That's the fun job. Alright. Or is it actually Windows that's doing silly things? I'm pretty sure it's Windows doing silly things to me. There we go. Read that. Go. Okay, let that open back up. Okay, back again. Alright. So we have our workflow. Let's go run that one. Oh, don't crash again. Oh. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we have our workflow, we have the track. So we want to create a workflow that finds the top 10 words Taylor Swift uses in each album. Once all the top words have gone, then find the repetitiveness, number of duplicate lines per album divided by the number of total lines in the album. Okay, so let's have a look here. Right, Oh, why is this playing silly buggers right now? Oh, and I am going to have to pause the stream for a second. Here we go. Top 10 lyrics. Okay. So that is relatively simple looking at it. So we just want to find out which lyrics reoccur the most times, and how many lines there are per album, how many duplicate lines per album, total lines per album, and then repeat it. That is going to be that divided by total line, the duplicate lines divided by total. So we've got two pieces of information. So in order to find the two different sort of analysis that we want to do. The first one is we want to find out duplicates. Let's go on the two steps. We want to find our top 10 lyrics. So it's going to be our first one. Easiest way to do that, we're going to grab a join. We're going to bring that through. Now, the bit that I did skip right then is I want to join each of those stop words to each individual word there. So I don't actually want it to be a single track. Sorry, it's a single line, single lyric. So I need to convert each individual lyric into single lines. So I'm going to take a pass. text columns. And I want to split the lyric based on white space, so \S. And instead of going to columns, I'm going to split to rows. That's going to create a new row for each word. Now the check don't. Okay, so it has got punctuation in there. So I want to leave the punctuation in. Ooh. It sounds like I need to take a technical break. I think my son has just woken up and there is an emergency help needed. Well, I say emergency, I mean assistance is needed. Rather annoying. So let's go and pop back the start screen. There we go. And I will be right back. Okay, back again. Sorry about that. Yeah, I need to update my scenes and get everything sorted out. So, we were talking about what we were going to use. So, we want to have those lyrics. We do want to keep in the apostrophe, so that's cool. But I do want to convert everything to lowercase. So, I'm going to bring in a preparation, data cleansing. I'm going to do it on none of them, just the lyric. And I'll modify the case to lowercase. There we go. Run that. Check our output now. Yep, that's all just lowercase. We can join stop words to our lyrics. And what we actually care about is not the right, because those are the words that don't exist, or the join. So those are all the stop words that do exist. What we care about is the left. That's all the words that don't exist in that view. Now, I think, yeah, I am going to have to do a little bit of punctuation cleaning. So we get some blank cells coming through. Those blank cells, I'm going to have to ignore delimiters and quotes. No, I don't want to ignore delimiters and quotes. I just want to strip out those quotes. I'm going to bring in a formula tool. I'm going to update the lyric. I'm going to replace lyric. Now, target is going to be quotes, and I'm going to replace it with nothing. So that'll keep in my single quotes and apostrophes and things like that. But for the likes of, oops, there we go. I said that's a lie. That's going to still work because I do want to keep the apostrophe S. I think I need to get rid of those commas as well. I'm going to repeat that process. Let's go new one for lyric. And see, yep. All right. Now, it might be a little bit more cleansing I'll need to do. Let's just see what happens here. I mean, it might be a case of you don't actually need to worry about it. So let's have a look. I mean, these in reality would be actual analysis decisions, and because the analysis is to create our output of top 10 lyrics, they don't quite really line up. What I want to do is I want to group by lyric, and I just want to count how many times it appears. But I also need to do it for each year and each album. Each year and album. I'm going to include year and album in that view. I'm going to select them both, move them to the top. Year goes first, there we go. Now we have those counts. I'm going to sort them by year, then by album, then by lyric. By count at least. I'm going to sort by year, by album, then count in descending order. There we go. That gets us those top counts. Now, in order to get just the top 10 within each album, I'm going to take a sample tool, and I can take the first 10 records, then I can group them by year and album. So this is actually one of those use cases where having this group by option means that when I come to a new album year, I can start all over again, which is really useful. Alright, so now we have, in 2006, Oh, just think back, never said, wanna, should have, see, and our output is Oh, just think back, never said, wanna, should have, see. Oh, no, first, yep. There we go. So we can concatenate that into a list with our transform again. Again, keeping year and album, we want to group by, and then lyric, we're going to concatenate with a string, and the separator is just going to be a space. Because in the output, we're just looking at spaces. Alright. Let's see, I think I just want to call it top 10 lyrics. Alright, there we go. So really quickly we can work out what's going on and how we can put that. That should be working. Top 10 lyric. The S. Now, the second bit is working out how many duplicates there are within each album, how many uniques within each album, and the total lines per album. Now, that actually gets relatively easy. It's a slightly different process, so we don't want to split that out. But what we can do is we can use a unique tool. And because it's the entire lyric that we're looking at, and we actually want to look at it from the raw source, we can easily say, now is it number of duplicate lines per album divided by the number of lines per album? Yeah. So within each album, we want to see the lyrics and whether they duplicate. And when we do that, we have all the original values coming through. And I'm just kind of wondering, let's delete that for a second. Go through. I just want to check. Does this actually produce the same output? No, because there's a little bit of punctuation coming through. There's a bit of punctuation that it looks like we don't want. That is getting kept. So I'm going to have to come back for that. That's okay. So we now have all the unique values, so that will give us the unique lines per album. And on the duplicates, we have the other side. We have all the duplicate lines per album. Right. Total line is just the sum of those two. That's easy enough. And the repetitiveness is just the the duplicates divided by total. Relatively easy to calculate. I'm going to go and summarize. I am going to, here we go, copy that name, there we go. And we want to group by album and count the lyrics. That is unique lines per, yep, copy, paste. And then again, and this time, we are actually doing the same field. It's just going to be called duplicate lines. All right. Duplicate lines per album. All right. We can bring them back together. Join them both on the album. Right album. We don't actually need the album anymore. Okay. I might pop back here. I'm going to call the output. Oopsie. Album year. Album name. Cool. Yep. Right. So what that's done, we've got our unique and you. Right. 377 unique. Oh, yeah. Is that because I'm sorting them wrong? Yes, I am. I'm going to bring through the year on one of them, just so it will sort in the right order for me. And it's decided not to sort. Why is it not sorting? Oh, because it'll be joining on the name and not the... Sorry, it sorts it by the name because that's what the join is applying by. Yeah. 379 unique, 188 duplicates, 379. Ooh, why? We've got 190. There's two lines which are no longer unique. And I'm picking that is going to be as a result of cleaning. I'm just wondering about this comma as well. Sorry, not the comma, well, it is the text box, so it is actually in the data set, so that should be fine. What I think we need to do is remove any punctuation that isn't an apostrophe, but it seems like it's not going to work. Right, so I'm going to delete that connection. .377. Yeah, there we go. Let's clean that up. Right, I don't need that anymore. Actually, I should keep that for now. And what we want to do is we're going to create a new column, which will be total lines, I think it was. repetitiveness. All right. 32. So this, the number of lines is unique lines plus duplicate lines. That's where we get our 657. Should be our 657. 567. I swear I'm dyslexic, I've just never known it. Oops. Delete that one. And our repetitiveness is going to be the duplicates divided by total, which will be a double. There we go. So we've got two parallel pathways to create that, do those calculations, and now we just need to bring them together. So we want to join, and delete that sorting now, because actually I'll delete it up. We want to take the stop words, the individual common words analysis. I didn't mean to do that. I would love to be able to lock certain things on screen so that they don't move about when you're trying to select stuff. Alright. We want album year joins to year, name joins to album. Then I can drop the name and album. And that's it. So we now have the year, our uniqueness. There we go. So for the final check to make sure everything lines up, I am going to bring in both of these together again. And I'm going to join them. It's actually 1 year per album, so I can just join it by year. And I'm going to bring in a test tool from the developer. And I want to test each of those checks to the left and right. So I want to add test, which is going to be true for all records, which will be top 10 equals top 10. And we don't actually need left, right, there we go. Go back to top 10. Okay, so our top 10 has failed on record 2. Okay, that's cool. That gives us that first answer. I can repeat the process now for duplicates. Again, true for all, which will be, delete that, duplicate equals duplicate. Should have been unique to be fair, but the order doesn't matter all that much. Unique. I edited. I wasn't supposed to add. There we go. Unique. True. Unique equals unique. Well, to be honest, we probably don't. Do we actually need unique? Probably not. I mean, we probably could be right with that. I think like that. I think that's going to be a redundant check. The total lines will be a redundant check, so I'm not going to bother creating that. Actually, no, I'll do the total. I know one of these are going to be redundant, but I feel like if we made the repetitiveness a check, the fact that it's a double, that comparative might be a little bit skew. Okay. Unique and duplicate failed on record 2, record 2, record 2, so record 2 seems to be my issue. which is fearless. I suspect this is going to be because of punctuation. When we look in, here we go. No O. It's no now. So why has now dropped out? That's interesting. Now isn't going to be in there. Let's go and search. Actually, let's just filter to 2008. And let's filter it contains now. What I suspect is, I was going to say, why? That seems weird. I can actually just look at it on that line there. It's like I haven't got through enough nows, which, when we pop back to, yeah, if we filter that, we've worked out how many of each lyric there are in 2008. I'm wondering whether this blank is part of our issue. If I'm looking at contains now, yeah, that question mark is probably what's throwing it off. That would put it up to 27. And if we look in 2008, oh, it is in there. Just the ordering has changed, so 27 would pop it up. Yeah. So let's strip out that question mark, because that'll clean things up. I suspect there's been some text cleaning that is getting done. And we're just, well, I'm just guessing in the dark a little bit as to which they've done. Because it does need the apostrophe, so I can't just go into use a cleansing tool and remove all punctuation, because that would get rid of my apostrophe. Now record 3. Okay. Because fixing that question mark fixed the apostrophe. Use smaller. Yeah, so there's one record here which isn't coming through. Back now, like, no, just ever. Huh. Why is O appearing there? Oh, there's something to do with the O's that's getting duplicated, but it's the same sort of problem. There's punctuation appearing, which throws off the calculation, and this is 2010. Filter 210, 210. Filter contains O. Yeah, so it'll be that closed bracket and probably that open bracket as well. So Let's just check something. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to modify this, and I'm going to make it classic regex replace, and that's not playing. Okay. Underscore. Too many open brackets. There we go. Comma, question mark, open and close. There we go. So I don't need that. And by making it regex, actually I could probably just does the regex tool create a new field? I can never remember. Yeah, I think it does. Let's just go. Comma question mark. There we go. Because making it use the regex tool might actually be a little bit cleaner. Yeah, it doesn't. So I could use that. Let's do that. Then I am going to, let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, copy. I'm going to delete and connect around. Now that's errored on the first script. No. Okay, let's go back. Leave it how it was. Why break things when they're working? And yeah, I think what the issue is that question mark. Actually, no, the question mark worked, didn't it? Well, no, that was wasn't a regex replace, so yeah. If I do that one, update lyric, and go back with, and that's mainly so I don't have to deal with that question mark being. Oh no, I'm gonna have to deal with him being special anyway. So backslash, backslash, backslash question mark, and that's just to escape each of those values. So they're treated as what they're written rather than their special. Oh. Hmm. Alright then, have a look back here. 2006. Oh, that's after the filter. Oh. So it hasn't stripped out the quotes correctly. why is it not stripping out those quotes? Not stripping out anything there. Okay, I'm going to do. Let's just go back, do it the manual way. I mean, I know there's a proper regex for that. But can't think of it off the top of my head, and can't think of it. Well, I can't really be bothered. There we go, comma. Trying to remember. There we go. So we want to replace open. I mean, this is a very lazy way of doing it. Yeah, lazy is probably the right description. But it does seem to be removing the punctuation except for comma. It's just knowing what that punctuation is. Bring it out. Made like want or look just. How come O appears in? Okay, now that's really strange. So in 2017, by lyric filter contains O. Exclamation mark would push it even higher up. Whereas we have, oh, it's not appearing in mine, so I do need to get rid of the exclamation mark. Yeah, same deal here, once again. Oh, that was the previous one I fixed. Made like want or look just oh wanna pause. Okay, so that is a discrepancy in the number of unique lines. Go from here, yeah. So why have they got 5 more duplicates? 5 more? 3 more. Why are there 3 extra duplicates? Uh, 2006. This is only in filter 2017. Oh, it's because it won't be in the duplicates there, it'll be real. And we don't have any. Alright, so we've used the browser so we actually get everything to come through. I'm wondering whether leading spaces is partly an issue. I'm thinking that is probably an issue. That item, whatever that is. I feel like there's probably an easier way of putting that through there, but let's see. Go data cleansing, leading and trailing. And then, did I copy it? I don't think I did. There we go. Place, lyric, with nothing. So it's not that one. That makes more of them wrong. Unique and duplicate, which are basically the same thing. So here, for record number 6, which is in 2017. How close have we got now? 5. Yeah, the space was one of them. $2017. I'm wondering whether this amped problem. Let's just go and search. Filter contains. Yeah, I think these two. Get rid of that ampersand amped. It should just be ampersand. That should get it going. No. Cleans out too many of them. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that these apostrophes were there, I'd just go through and strip out all punctuation. But what will happen if I do that? Let's just go run that. Let's remove that one there. Yeah. And this is probably because of an apostrophe. Removes that one piece of uniqueness. What is it? 430, yeah. There's going to be one record which uses an apostrophe, which gets stripped out, whereas it works for the rest of them. Let's go try Google. Go. All punctuation except apostrophe. It's going to be this one here. Negative locus head assertion. Okay, so I want to bring in that bit there. Copy. Regex. And lyric. Don't need to care about it at the start. The exclamation mark is, just make sure. Oh, it doesn't get listed there. Right, let's see. Replacing it with nothing. Still failed on record 2. Let me just check. String contains right, so it's left the apostrophes in there, which is what I'm after. This is probably going along the right track. That one doesn't want to be removing it. Six. And it says in 2017. Oh, 17, there we go. I'd have thought that colon should have been removed. And those hyphens, for that matter. Right, let's go a little tidy up. Let's just focus just on 2017 and let sort for the lyric. That should put most of the similar lyrics together. Actually, I probably want that from before the uniqueness. I'm just wondering whether there's some punctuation that I've missed that I shouldn't have. I mean, I still wonder about that, but I know nothing about it. That's still not going to help anyway. Those are different. That one will become one of them. I'm wondering whether that question mark is supposed to still be there. Let's go. Delete and connect around. Oh, actually, undo. Okay, so what I'm thinking, that should be accounted for in the, yeah. So all this other punctuation now accounted for with the punctuation except option in that regex. How's on unique on record 1 though? This, and then straight away it, alright, so it's not that question mark anyway. Let's just add a column called 1. Oopsie. Add a column 1, 1. Mainly because I don't want to delete this column yet. Oh. Done. Have I done the right column here? Lyric, output, place, yeah. Why has it got those 2 double quotes there? Not remove the double quotes. This double quote, I'm just wondering, maybe a double quote is just not treated as punctuation. Okay. It's really weird because I get it. I get it right to a point. Let's get back to where it was mostly working. Wasn't connected through there. There we go. So at this point here, where I'm using the other quotes, it mostly works. And it's just number 6 that's not working. There's obviously something being selected that's not been considered punctuation, and either using this excluding, no, the excluding is working because it's keeping the apostrophe in there. And what would happen if I just remove that? Just check record 3, because that's failing on record 2 now. Yeah. So there's something in here which is not being considered. I sort of wonder whether it's the numbers. There was a numbers 1, 2, 3. But that's just going to make it an empty cell. Leading and trailing, letters. I mean, should I be leaving that white space in there? Is it white space that's doing it? Because I don't have enough unique lines. That might actually be what it is. Let's delete and connect around for a second. Now I've gone too far the other way. So the white space mostly works. And I'm not entirely sure what is supposed to be getting. I mean, for the result, it should be a nice, clean cleansing, something consistent, not exception important, because exceptions are not default. Right. Obviously, that's why they're exceptions rather than part of the workflow. But at the moment, I'm excluding punctuation by exception within each of these options. Quotes, commas, open bracket, close brackets. But in running through each of them, cleans them out. The exclamation mark, unless there's something that I'm supposed to be keeping as well, rather than excluding. So in this not group, maybe I should be having an additional value. But well, I would have thought that comma should have been removed. This column there. Or the hyphen. Catch is because I don't know what they're removing. Unless I'm, then find the, maybe that's the problem. What would happen if I make that, connect there? Should I have been going after, oops, not that one, after the stop words? Is that what my issue is? Maybe not. Oh no, because those become individual lines. Number of duplicate lines per album. I mean, there's not multiple albums per year, is there? Let's just do that quick little check. Oh, I can actually check that here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6 years, 6 albums. She hasn't done 2 albums in a year. Yeah. I mean, this is the process that you want to create it. This is what we want. There's just something that I'm including, which is causing the number of records to fail. So I am going to leave that there. I'm going to call it a day. the hours up. I'm going to have to work it out later, but I don't think I'm going to come back to this on stream. I think I'll eventually put out a review workflow to try and explain everything that works for all the challenges nice and clean without the thinking. But yeah, not sure what it is. I have to find that out and create a result. But thank you all for coming, and until next week, thank you.